practice. Shit's real for Israel, war tactics. War paint on my face in the jungles. Camouflage and we all set, time to tussle. Yeah, they can't believe we done linked up. Blacks and Latinos, Mexicas, Taínos, Incas, Mayans, natives, indigenous. Coming to the suburbs looking for the privilege. Yeah, it's time for payback, bitches. The wealth of the righteous is held by the wicked. We need that and then some, the gold in the land. Y'all stole it.
Shalom.
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 Shalom to who?
To the 12 tribes of Israel.
To who?
To the 12 tribes of Israel.
To who?
To the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right, man. Shalom means grace and peace to the 12 tribes of Israel. Who are the real 12 tribes of Israel, man? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Latinos, man. You so-called Mexicans, Hispanics, Latinos, you guys are part of the 12 tribes of Israel. You guys are the chosen people of God, man. Ustedes latinos, hispanos, mexicanos son los hijos verdaderos de Dios a través de la Biblia.
Así es.
Ok, esa es la neta verdad. Ok, hoy estamos acá para sacar la palabra de Dios, para levantar a nuestra gente, a los latinos y los hispanos, para decirles que a través de la Biblia escrita en hebreo, ahí dice en hebreo, en el lenguaje hebreo, que los aztecas, los mayas, los incas son la gente originalmente de los tribus perdidos de Israel. Israel no solo un país, pero es una gente, un pueblo. All right, so we're going to bring out this truth today, man, on the Sabbath, to wake up the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Indigenous people that according to the Bible are the real 12 tribes of Israel, man. So we're going to bring it out today. We're going to read the book of Proverbs chapter 9. The book of Proverbs chapter 9, right? And we're going to start by bringing out the book of Proverbs chapter 9, verse 1. Go ahead and hold Proverbs 24 and 3 for me, King. All right? You ready?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 1. Wisdom hath builded her house. She hath hewn out her 7 pillars.
So wisdom has builded a house, right? And it says that she has hewn out 7 pillars. Wisdom is being used here metaphorically as a spirit, right? And it says that wisdom is building a house, and she has hewn out 7 pillars, right? Those 7 pillars are 7 different spirits that the Most High has given the elect chosen people of God to know how to operate, man, how to live accordingly, okay? Give me Proverbs chapter 24, verse 3.
The book of Proverbs. Book of Proverbs, chapter 24 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
Through wisdom is in house building.
Through wisdom, what?
Is in house building.
Read.
And by understanding, it is established.
Right. Through wisdom, a house is building, man. You know what that house is? The 12 tribes of Israel, man. The house of Israel, right? And the southern kingdom, the northern and southern kingdom of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Latinos. That's the house that the Most High is building. Let's prove it. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 3. Let me see. Pull up. All right. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 3 and 16, Salaki, right? We're going to show you that the house that wisdom is building, in fact, is you, man. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, that's what the spirit of wisdom is building up. Let's prove it to you.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3 and verse 16.
Read.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High?
That ye are what?
Are the temple of the Most High. And that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you.
Ooh, the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you. You're the temple. You're the house, man. Right? We're Yahawah's husbandry. We're Yahawah's building. The Most High's building. That's what wisdom is trying to build up, man. Let's go to Proverbs 9 and 2. Hold Hebrews 5 and 14, right? Proverbs 9 and 2, Salakia. Right? Let's bring it out. Let's give some understanding.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
She has killed her beast.
She has what?
Killed her beast.
Right. Killed her beast means prepared meat. She has prepared meat. You know, like when you're at home with your wife, you want her to cook you some food, right? She's preparing that meat for you, right? Read.
She hath mingled her wine. she has also furnished her table.
Right, so she's got some wine for you, right? She's got some meat for you, and she's getting the table prepared for you to sit down and eat. This is what wisdom is doing. She's treating you like a wife, right? Proverbs 31, you know, a lot of people think that's talking about just a literal woman, right? The virtuous woman. Proverbs 31 is talking about a spirit. The spirit of wisdom is like a woman, but she's a wise spirit. And the man is supposed to marry that woman. Before you even meet your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, all of you so-called Black, Hispanic, Latino men, you're supposed to marry wisdom, man.
That's right.
When you have wisdom, you know how to treat your wife. You know how to treat your sister. You know how to treat your mama. You know how to show them proper respect. But because we don't have that wisdom, we out there beating our women, cheating on them, lying to them, and so forth and so on, right? But you got to be married to that wisdom, man. She's the virtuous wife, right? So it says that she's getting what? Meat together, right? She's mingling her wine, mixing it up so you could drink from it, right? And she's getting the table set for you to sit down on. Hebrews 5:14, hold Deuteronomy 1:13. Read.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 5 and verse 14.
Read.
But strong meat.
Strong what?
Strong meat.
Strong what?
Strong meat.
What about it?
Belongeth to them that are full age.
Right, see, when you got teeth, you can grasp down on meat, right? So it says strong meat belongeth to what?
That full age.
Uh-huh.
Even those who by reason of use.
Reason of what?
Of use.
Read.
Have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil.
Right, so somebody who's mature is somebody like an adult that has teeth. You can eat the meat, right? That's what she's preparing. That meat really is understanding. See, when you're mature, the older you get, you're supposed to increase in understanding.
That's right.
Knowledge, Now read verse 12.
Verse 12.
Read.
For when for the time ye ought to be teachers.
Right, by your age, we can tell that by now you should know better. You should be teaching, right? Read.
Ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of Yahawah.
You see that? So he's clowning. He said, man, by this time, at your age, you ought to be a teacher. But you know what? You don't know nothing, man. So guess what? You have need for someone to teach you again the basic principles, man. Right? The oracles of the Most High. The oracles of the Most High are the laws and commandments, man. A lot of you got beards on your faces. You 20, 30, 40, 50 years old, but you a baby spiritually, man. You don't know what the hell is going on. So we have to teach you again the basic rudimentary principles, right? We got to put you back on the breast, right? Get verse 13.
Verse 13.
Read.
For everyone that useth milk.
Everyone that what?
Useth milk.
Everyone that what?
Useth milk.
Everyone that uses milk, what?
Is unskillful.
Is what?
Unskillful.
Unskillful, right? Read.
In the word of righteousness. For he is a babe.
He's a what?
A babe.
Right, so if you don't even know the basic principles of the word, you're a baby is what the Bible is saying. It don't matter if you're 60 years old. If you don't know that Christ is a so-called black man, then you still spiritually a baby, man. If you think that Christ is a white boy with blue eyes and stringy hair, you're a spiritual baby. You're still on the breast. We have to take you off the breast, man, to show you how to be mature in the spirit. How many of you guys know that Christ is not a so-called white man? How many of you know that he don't have blue eyes? Huh? How many of y'all know that? Did you know that Christ in the Bible is a so-called Negro? You didn't know that? Jesús es un hombre moreno. Jesús no es un hombre blanco con ojos azules. ¿Sabían eso? Eso está en la Biblia. Lean el libro de Apocalipsis, capítulo 1, versículo 13 para 15. Ahí va a ver que Jesús es un hombre moreno.
Así es.
No un hombre blanco. Y su mamá María tampoco era una mujer americana, europea. Esas son mentiras. ¿Sabes quién pintaron esas imágenes? Los conquistadores. That's right. The conquistadors are the ones that raped your people. They raped the Incans, the Mayans, the Aztecs. My people, right? That's what they did. Right? That's why today you're calling yourself Latino. Latino means pertaining to Rome.
That's right.
None of you are from Rome. Right? Hispanic, a slave from Spain. Well, that's true because you were enslaved by Spain, right?
Yeah.
So give me that Deuteronomy 1:13.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
Take you wise men.
No, take the average dude.
Take you wise men.
Whoever you find.
Take you wise men in understanding and known among your tribe.
No, somebody who's unknown.
And known among your tribe.
Right, some men of reputation, read.
And I will make them rulers over you.
Nah, no man can rule over me.
And I will make them rulers over you.
Nah, we equal.
And I will make them rulers over you.
You see that? That's what you have to understand. When you have those rulers over you, they're going to take you from the milk to the meat, man. They're going to pass on wisdom to you, God? Understand that. And that gives you maturity. Give me Proverbs 9 and 3. Hold Luke chapter 11 and 49. Read.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 3.
Right, going back to the spirit of wisdom. Read.
She has sent forth her maidens.
Right, she sent forth her maidens, right? Her servants. Read.
She crieth upon the highest places.
She cries at the highest places of what?
Of the city.
Right, that's what we're doing. We're the servants of wisdom, that spirit of wisdom. She's sending us out to cry at the highest places, man. To bring out this truth, right? And the hopes that y'all would listen, that we would get your attention, right? Give me Luke 11:49. Hold Proverbs 8 and 1.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 11, verse 49. Therefore also said the wisdom of the Most High. I will send them prophets.
I will send them who?
Prophets and apostles. And some of them they shall slay.
Some of them they shall what?
Slay and persecute.
Right, see? Every time the Most High sent out prophets to speak to his people and warn them, y'all didn't want to listen. You know what y'all did? Y'all got pissed. You got upset, right? Like we called you out your name. Eventually, they conspired to kill the prophets of the Most High. Now, if the Most High is sending the prophets to warn you, and you kill his prophets, that means you also hate who? The one who sent them, right? Because all we're doing is bringing out his message, not our own damn opinion, man.
That's right.
So when people are killing the prophets, the Most High says, remember you did that to my anointed, because then I'm going to destroy you. And then you're going to cry and expect me to feel bad. But you didn't feel bad about slaying and killing the prophets, did you? No, so what goes around
comes around.
What goes around
comes around.
What goes around
comes around.
Now, give me Proverbs 8 and 1, King.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 1.
Read.
Doeth not wisdom cry?
Doesn't it what?
Doth not wisdom cry? And understanding put forth her voice?
Yeah, the answer is God. That's what wisdom is doing right now, crying out loud, right? Spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, right?
That's right.
Putting forth her voice, man. That spirit is upon us, because these brothers up here have decided to want to be married to wisdom. You feel me?
That's
so
right.
you can walk and move in wisdom, God.
God.
That's the first woman you're supposed to really love. And if you say, well, aren't you supposed to listen to your wife too? Yeah, that one. Right? That's the woman you're supposed to listen to.
That's right.
Wisdom, the spirit of wisdom, man. She says something, you do it, God? Because she's emanating from the Most High. Give me Proverbs chapter 9, verse 4. And hold Psalms 19 and 7.
Proverbs chapter 9, verse 4. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither.
Right, if you simple, if you don't know too much, he says, turn in hither. Pull up over here so we can talk to you, man, and show you the meaning of the Bible. Not what you learned in church, religion. The word religion means to bind again. When you're bound by something, you're held captive. Yahawashi, which is the real word, the real name for Christ in the Bible, Jesus Christ, he said the truth shall set you free.
That's
so
right.
if you come in here to truth, you'll get set free from religion. Read.
As for him that wanted understanding, she said to him, come, eat of my bread.
Come and what?
Eat of my bread.
Right, we ain't talking about no bimbo bread, right? We're not talking about pan dulce, right? We're not talking about wheat bread, right? Wonder bread. Come and eat of my bread. Read.
And drink of the wine which I have mingled.
Right. You see, wisdom is saying, come, man. Come eat of my bread. She's got the bread. She's got the mingled wine. She's got some meat for you. You see that? She got everything you need to have a hearty meal. But this ain't talking about a woman. It's talking about wisdom as a spirit taking care of you and feeding you, Con? Giving you knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to know how to properly take care of yourself, Con? You need that meat, you need that bread, you need that wine, right? The wine represents doctrine in the Bible. It's not just literal wine, right? It's not literal Stella Rosa. You feel me? It's actually doctrine. Doctrine means teaching, right? She's going to teach you something. You got a precept?
This is coming from the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
Happy is the man that findeth wisdom.
That findeth what?
Findeth wisdom.
No, a job.
Findeth wisdom. And the man that getteth understanding.
Woo, you see? And watch this. In vein of what we're talking about, that spirit of wisdom, right? Being like a wife, right? The spirit of wisdom being a wife. Doesn't another scripture say that he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing? Well, that wife, that good thing that he's talking about is not a woman that you would meet just up and down the street. That could be one thing, but that's talking about that woman, that wisdom, man, that spirit. You find her as a wife, you found a good thing, Con. How do we know that, man? Because most of these women running out here, man, unfortunately are wicked. I'm just going to tell you the truth. The majority of the so-called Black, Hispanic, Latino, Native, Indigenous women are wicked as hell, man. Right? You might think they're not because she let you get some, right? Because she was smart or stupid enough to get with you, right? So because of that, you're like, hey, she's a good woman. But put her up against the Bible, and let's see if the Bible says that she's righteous or not. And you're gonna find out something shocking, right? Understand that. Give me Psalms 19 and 7. Give me Psalms 119 and 130. Read.
Psalms chapter 19 verse 7.
Read.
The law of the Most High is perfect.
No, it's old.
The law of the Most High is perfect.
It's outdated.
The law of the Lord is perfect.
That was for them times.
The law of the Lord is perfect.
Read.
Converting the soul.
What does it do?
Converting the soul.
No, I go to church.
Converting the soul.
Read.
The testimony of the Most High is sure.
It's sure, man. You see that? That's what we come out to bring to the people, is the understanding and the truth of the Bible, man. Right? You shouldn't get mad if we're telling the so-called Hispanic and Latino, you're the chosen people of God. It's the truth. You should be doing cartwheels and feeling happy to know that the Most High elected you to be his chosen people, man. Right? We should be happy. Sister, do you love the Most High God? Hermana, ¿usted quiere a Dios? ¿Sí? ¿Con todo tu corazón? Qué bueno, ¿sí? That's what we want to hear, man. Give me Psalms 119, 130, King, and then hold Proverbs 9 and 6.
Psalms chapter 119 and verse 130. The entrance of thy words giveth light.
Right, when the word gets in you, when it enters inside you, it says it giveth light, man. Read.
It giveth understanding.
It giveth what?
Understanding unto the simple.
Right, so if you're simple-minded, if you don't know much, let this word enter you, and it'll give you light. You know, you heard of people saying the Illuminati. The reason why they say they're the Illuminati is because they're illuminated. If they're illuminated and you're not in the Illuminati, that means you in the dark. But the real light is what the Most High gives you through the word. That's the real light, man. Okay? We're the Illuminati. We're the illuminated ones. You can find that in the Bible, right? Give me Proverbs 9 and 6. Hold 1 Corinthians 10 and 21. Read.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 6.
Read.
Forsake the foolish.
Forsake the who?
The foolish.
No, hang around with them.
Forsake the foolish.
Be friends with them.
Forsake the foolish.
Be cool with everybody.
Forsake the foolish.
Read.
And live.
And what?
And live.
Read.
And go in the way of understanding.
Con, you see that? Forsake the foolish, meaning leave your folly behind, man. You should be able to say, listen, when I was younger, I was doing stupid stuff, right? But now that I'm older, I'm wise. I don't do what I used to do. You're supposed to grow and mature and progress, not digress. Con? We should be able to see that with age, you got wiser. Con? Some of you, the only wiser you get is Budweiser. Right? That's the only time you get some Budweiser, right? Either beer or Bud, right? That's what most of our people are doing. Getting drunk, saca la bolsita, right? Right, little cri-cri, rolling a blunt, smoking a joint, right? That's what most of us are used to. That's what we used to do. So it's not like we ain't been where you've been at, but we need to show you to come somewhere you're not, which is into this truth, man. right? If you don't know, if the church ain't telling you that if you're a so-called black, Hispanic, Latino, Native, Indigenous man, woman, and child, that you are the chosen people of God, then they ain't telling you nothing, man. You know, they just getting your money, getting in your pockets, man. Right? So forsake the foolish, leave your folly behind, and live, man. Get the way of understanding. 1 Corinthians 10 and 21. Give me Romans 11 and 9.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 21. You cannot drink the cup of Yahawah.
No, you can't come and drink the cup of the Lord and what?
In the cup of devils.
Ooh, see? You can't be coming to church, acting all holy and dignified, and doing drug deals at church. And then walking out in the parking lot and doing all kind of madness. Most men only show up to church with their wife because she's dragging them over there. Ask them a question about the word and they don't know nothing. Because they just got dressed for nothing. You might as well stay at home, man. It would have been better for you to stay home, trust me. Showing up to all that going to church is a waste of time, gas, and mileage. You could have slept in. They weren't teaching you nothing. You actually would have gained more by not going. You know why? You know what you would have gained? The money that's still in your pocket. But you went to church and they hit you up. They hit you up like Tupac for all your dollars, right? They don't even have to put a gun to you and the money just comes out. Right, hit them up. That's what happened, right? Keep reading.
You cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils.
See? What does the word devil mean? Diabolos, it means a liar. You can't be eating of the truth of the Lord and then going to eat lies right after that. You know, let me get a little bit of truth and can you sprinkle it with some lies for me too? Right? And you know, I'm going to give you a perfect example of that. We tell people that according to the Bible, archaeology, and prophecy, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Latinos are the chosen people of God. That's the truth, right? If you eat that, you're eating the cup of the Lord, right? You know what they say right after that? Well, what about the other people? Now you're eating from the cup of the devils. You worried about the lies, man.
Proverbs chapter 9, verse 7. He that reproveth they scorner. He that what? Reproveth they scorner.
Like this, Jack.
Get it to himself, shame.
Right. So I don't want no shame. I don't want no shame, right? Because this is a scorner, man. Read.
And he that rebuketh a wicked man.
Rebuking a what?
A wicked man. Get it to himself a blood.
Right, an injury, man. So to avoid injury, we can't be rebuking a wicked man. Talking about, so do you have evidence? I am the evidence. What are you talking about, right? Give me Proverbs 9 and 8.
Proverbs chapter 9, verse 8. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee.
What?
Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee.
And that's what happened, man. That brother hates us, right?
Rebuke a wise man.
Rebuke a what?
A wise man, and he will love thee.
Right. If he was wise, he would love us. He would say, hey, man, I appreciate what you guys are doing, man. That's wonderful. I applaud you, right? Like we had some other brothers pass by over here earlier, right? They said, Shanayam, right? But haters, they gonna step up here and disrupt. No fringes, no nothing, crooked teeth, and a crooked state of mind. That's what happened, man. Right? But I'm going to listen to that. Give me Proverbs chapter 9, verse 9. Hold Proverbs chapter 1, verse 5. We're misleading the people reading the Bible is what he said.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 9. Give instruction to a wise man.
No, just pop up to people and talk smack and interrupt men in the midst of their talk.
Give instruction to a wise man. And he will be yet wiser.
Right, but that dude's on Budweiser. Right? On Budweiser. Ain't keeping no laws and commandments. I'm positive he's not. Read.
Teach.
Jesus saves. So, see, it don't make no sense. One minute he's counterbalancing the Bible, and then he's using the Bible to go against the Bible to defend the Bible. That's confusion at its finest. Right? Read.
Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning.
Right. If he's a just man, he would increase in learning. But because he's an unjust man, he don't get it. You know what else you're going to get? You're not going to get is in the kingdom, man. Right? Let's get Proverbs 1 and 5 and then hold Proverbs 25 and 12.
Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 5. A wise man will hear.
No, he'll interrupt.
A wise man will hear.
No, he'll promote his YouTube channel.
A wise man will hear.
He'll ask a bunch of dumb questions.
A wise man will hear.
And will increase learning.
And will increase learning. Read.
And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel.
There it is. A man of understanding will attain to wise counsels. Not like that dude. That dude just came up and got fish fried just to get fish fried. The Spirit brought him up here. It's time for you to go over there and be sacrificed. Come up there and come and get filet mignon, right? Right? He wanted to discuss theological statements. This ain't the place to do it, right? Some people are getting all that. Are you keeping the laws and commandments?
He didn't want to talk about that.
He said he's a Christian. That's what's important. Well, are you doing what Christ did if you're a Christian? You can't call yourself a Christian if you're not doing what Christ did. Christ kept the laws and commandments of the Most High.
That's right.
That's what I wanted to know, right? He wanted to talk about stuff he couldn't disprove either. Proverbs 25 and 12.
Proverbs chapter 25 and verse 12.
Read.
As an earring of gold
Uh-huh.
and an ornament of fine gold
Uh-huh.
is a wise reprover
Uh-huh.
upon an obedient ear.
You see that? Some fine jewelry, a nice earring, a nice necklace, that goes together with a man who's being reproved that listens, man. Right? You know how we always want to look good, right? You want to have that drip on you, right? There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you understand that metaphorically, that's like a man, somebody who's wise in reproving and rebuking and correcting you, and you listening. It goes together. Just like nice jewelry on somebody who's righteous. Con? Go ahead and give me Proverbs 9 and 10, and then hold Job 28 and 28.
Proverbs chapter 9 verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
No, we want to talk about whether or not you can find the stone and this, that, and the third.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding.
The knowledge of the holy is understanding, man. If you talk to somebody like that guy, he's going to want you to take him to the house of the person that wrote the damn manuscript. Just to prove to him, right, what he thinks you're saying is wrong. The Bible doesn't say that, right? Prove all things. I'm going to prove to you what the Bible says concerning the laws and commandments. How about that? You said you're a Christian. That should be the most important to you.
That's right.
The most important thing to you. But that's not important to him. Right? The important thing for him is to look stupid in front of a bunch of men of the Lord, right? Right? Teeth looking like a jailhouse.
Sirach chapter 19 verse 18.
Bring it out.
The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him.
The verse what?
Step to be accepted of him. And wisdom obtaineth his love.
And wisdom obtaineth his love. Something told him, let me pull over and debate these guys, right? I think I'm going to get them with this, that, and that, and this. Nice, right? That didn't work out too well for him. That didn't go very sexy. Job 28, King.
Job chapter 28 and verse 28.
Read.
And unto man he said,
What?
Behold, the fear of the Most High,
Uh-huh.
that is wisdom.
That is wisdom. The fear of the Most High, that is wisdom. Let's talk about that. Do you fear the Most High? Prove it. Read.
And to depart from evil is understanding.
And to depart from evil is understanding. See? I wanted to talk about that. He didn't want to talk about that because you know what that would have exposed? That he don't fear the Most High.
That's right.
Any more than he fears the toothbrush on his teeth. Right? So I know you don't fear the Most High. Give me Proverbs 9 and 11 and then hold Proverbs 14 and 14.
Proverbs chapter 9 verse 11. For by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. Verse 12. If thou be wise,
If thou be what?
wise, thou shalt be wise for thyself.
Right.
But if thou scornest,
Like that dude,
thou alone shalt bear it.
he alone shall bear it. He got embarrassed. You know? He made himself look like a fool. Right? Talking to his own self. Yo, la da 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 da. There's something wrong with I don't do that. There's no need, right? It didn't make no sense, man. Give me Proverbs 14 and 14. Whole Psalms 109 and 17.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14 and verse 14.
Read.
The backslider in heart shall be filled with his own ways.
Right, the backslider will be filled in his own heart. In heart will be filled with his own ways. Wants to do his own thing. Read.
And a good man shall be satisfied from himself.
Right, a good man is going to be satisfied with himself, right? That's what we feel, right? We're like, hey, you know, I'm satisfied in knowing the basic principles and eating the meat, con. Breaking the bread, con. Drinking that wine, con. We're satisfied, right? But godliness is contentment, man. Give me that Psalms 109 and 17.
Psalms chapter 109, verse 17. As he loved cursing, so let it come unto him.
Right. See, so if a man is bent on cursing, doing evil, and doing wicked, the Bible said, well, then let it come unto him. Since you like being wicked as hell, then may wicked come upon you all the days of your life. Right? Since you want vexation and trouble and always starting something and starting debates, then let it come right back on you full circle. That's what the Bible said. Read.
As he delighted not in blessing, so let it be far from him.
Damn, he says, you don't like blessing. You don't like hearing the word of the Most High. You're calling yourself things that you don't even know what they mean. So guess what? Continue being dumbfounded. Continue being a pendejo like that brother. That's exactly what happened to him. He ain't never gonna grow, man. He don't know that blacks, Hispanics, and Latinos are the chosen people of God.
That's right.
He don't know that. You Incas, you Mayans, you Aztecs, you the chosen people of God.
That's right.
You're the lost tribes of the house of Israel. That's the truth. They ain't telling you that in church. They're not talking about the Mexica in church, the Incas, the Mayans. They're not talking about the Native American Indians in the Bible. They don't give a damn about that, man. Give me Proverbs 9 and 13, and one of you hold Proverbs 5 and 6.
Proverbs chapter 5 and verse 6.
No, it's 9 and 13.
Oh, nice.
Proverbs chapter 9, verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous.
Right, a foolish woman, which should also be a man, right? You got the spirit of a foolish woman on you, is clamorous, argumentative. Read.
She is simple.
She's what?
Is simple.
I'm a Christian.
And knoweth nothing.
And you don't know nothing. The things you want to talk about, you profess to know those things, but if we talk about the laws and commandments, you're going to drown real quick. Right? He's mad that we know the proto-paleo. He's mad that we're even mentioning the proto-paleo, right? I was just trying to find out if you knew what the word Christian means. That's a Greek word, you dummy. A Greek word in the Koine Greek. That's why I didn't follow his loose trail of stupidity, man. You can't even, man, listen. Let's get that Proverbs 5 and 6, man.
Proverbs
and hold Sirach 26 and 25. Read.
Proverbs chapter 5 and verse 6.
Read.
Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life.
Right, read.
Her waves are movable.
Uh-huh.
That thou canst not know them.
Right, so it's talking about this foolish woman type spirit, right? She doesn't ponder the path of life. The path of life is these commandments, like that brother, right? He didn't even consider that. And it says her ways, the ways of that foolish woman, are wandering, man. They're crooked like his damn teeth. Right? And it says that you can't know them because they're unstable. You got that? Give me that. Huh? Right, get Sirach 26:25 in the GNT. To show you, you know, we use this when we're talking about clamorous women. But we gonna show you that some brothers have that effeminate spirit in them, right? That spirit of a wicked woman in them, right? Read. 26:25 GNT. We gonna show you, man.
They moved it.
Huh?
Oh, here it is.
Read.
Sirach chapter 26, verse 25. In the GNT. A self-willed woman.
A self-willed woman, right? Even the man that got that wicked female spirit, that wicked wife in him, right? Read.
Is a bitch.
Is a what?
Is a bitch.
A bitch. That's in the Bible. Yikes. God damn. That's in the Bible. Right? Read it one more again.
Sirach chapter 26, verse 25 in the GNT.
Bring it out.
A self-willed woman is a bitch.
A biatch. Right? And why?
But a woman with a sense of decency honors the Lord.
Ooh, and that's that spirit of wisdom, right?
That's right.
That female spirit of wisdom, she gonna teach you how to honor the Lord and not be self-willed like that brother. Right? Crooked spirit, crooked teeth, crooked mindset. All of it makes sense, man. Give me Proverbs 9 and 14. Who's got that? You got it? I'm not talking about you. We're talking about somebody else. Huh? We weren't talking about you. So keep it pushing. Read.
Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 14.
Read.
For she sitteth at the door of her house.
Hey, people get mad about crooked teeth today, right? You got a perverse spirit. You should be worried about that. And then get your teeth fixed. Read.
On a seat in the high places of the city.
Right. She sitteth at the door of her house. This is talking about that wicked spirit, that hoish spirit, right? That most of the blacks, Hispanics, and Latinos are busy fornicating with, right? She sits in the high places of the city, right? What does she do? Verse 15.
Verse 15. To call passengers who go right on their way.
Right. She calls passengers that are on the right path. She says, no, come mess with me. Come on the crooked path. Right? Read.
Whoso is simple.
Whoever is simple, read.
Let him turn in hither.
That's what she says. Come over here. I see you being stupid and simple, calling yourself a Christian and don't know what it means. Read.
And as for him that wanted understanding, she said to him.
What does she say?
Stolen waters are sweet.
Stolen waters are sweet, man. Right? Read.
And bread eaten in the secret is pleasant.
Right. She got stolen bread. You know what that stolen bread that a lot of us are eating, man? That religious text, man. Calling yourself a Christian, a Catholic. That's that stolen bread, man. It doesn't belong to you, and they're giving it to you. They took it from you, twisted it around. Now they're forcing it down your damn throat, right? And it says that it's pleasant. It all seems pleasant, like you got away with it. Read.
18. But he knoweth not that the dead are there.
He knoweth not that what?
That the dead are there.
He don't know that where he's walking into to deal with this wicked woman, the dead are there. Because you know what? She's got bodies, right? The bodies of those people she's tricked and seduced and murdered through the spirit of religion and debauchery, man.
That's right.
Right? ¿Cómo estamos, señora? Right? So that's what's happening. Right there. She's got bodies on her, man. She's killing blacks, Hispanics, and Latinos with this religious false bread and stolen waters that she says is sweet, but they're really bitter, man. Right? Read what else it say?
And that her guests are in the depths of hell.
Damn. All her guests that have walked in there, they're in the depths of hell. That means they're in torment. You know what I mean? Just like that movie Get Out. He walked and she said, come on in. Made it look all hospitable and it's all good. He walked up in there. Now he can't get out. He's hypnotized. He couldn't get out if he tried. But you know that's your fault because you wanted to get in. You wouldn't need to get out if you wouldn't have went in, right? But it is what it is. Give me Proverbs 23:27. Hold Proverbs 7 and 12. Proverbs 23:27.
Proverbs chapter 23, verse 27. For a whore is a deep ditch.
Damn, a whore, meaning a whore, a prostitute, an adulteress is a deep ditch.
And a strange woman is a narrow pit.
And a strange woman is a narrow pit, man. See, again, any spirit that's talking about like a woman, right? The righteous woman, that's the spirit of wisdom, right? The whorish woman is all these other female spirits, right? That attract men and take them to the depths of hell, man. She's a deep ditch, right? She's a promiscuous, forbidden woman, a narrow pit. Something you shouldn't be messing with, man. Get verse 28.
Verse 28. She also lieth in wait as for a prey.
Damn, she lies in wait for a prey. Read.
And increaseth the transgressors among men.
Damn. So that spirit is just focused on increasing transgressions amongst men, like that crooked brother that came up here earlier. He didn't want to deal with the laws and commandments. He wants to deal with Jesus saves. Yeah, those that keeps the commandments. He saves Israelites, right? He didn't even want to deal with his own ethnicity because he hates his own people. Right? Anybody who says Jesus saves, 9 times out of 10, they love it because that means they get to date white women and Moabite women and all these other women. Right? And they get to all hold hands and sing, "We are the world." Right? We are the world. We are the children. Da-da-da-da-da. Yahawashi gonna kill them. Right? That's the damn truth. Give me Proverbs chapter 7, verse 12, King. And then, give me that. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 7 and verse 12.
Read.
Now is she without Now in the streets.
Where's she at? This wicked woman is where?
In the streets.
In the what?
In the streets.
In the what?
In the streets.
You ever heard the term, hey, she's for the streets? That wicked ass woman spirit, she's for the streets, which is why she's in the streets. Read.
And lieth in wait.
She does what?
And lieth in wait. At every corner.
At every corner. That means she's out there soliciting on every corner. What do hoes do? They walk up and down the damn corner showing off the meat market, showing you them tetas, right? Showing you them yammers in the hope that you would honk and pull her over and say, come on, meet me in the alley, right? You know how much you charging for all that, baby girl? And she's like, what you got? Shoot it, right? You looking for a good time? I charge by the minute, right? Well, that's what is spiritually going on, man. That's what's spiritually going on, man, right? That's the hoe you don't want to deal with. Deal with wisdom. Make her your wife. She'll take care of you. She got the table prepared for you, con. She's got that meat for you, con. She's got the wine for you. She's got the bread, man. Get your precept, kid.
I'm gonna read it for him. Proverbs chapter 7, verse 27.
Bring it out.
Her house is the way to hell.
Her house is what?
The way to hell.
So on the GPS, she said, where we going, baby girl? I'm taking you. Don't trip. Just lay back.
Hell.
Just lay back. Where we going? Let me see the GPS. What does way say?
Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death.
Woo! Her address says hell. She's in a cul-de-sac called the Chambers of Death. And she said, oh, you ain't gonna want to leave. Trust and believe. Bring a damn sleeping bag with you. You good over here. Yeah, you good for prey, man. Right? That's exactly what the Bible is saying. God, that's in the spirit. Give me Proverbs 7 and 21, man. Read that.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 7 and verse 21.
Read.
With her much fair speech.
Right, with her much persuasive talking, read.
She caused him to yield.
She causes him to yield, to be enticed, read.
With the flattering of her lips.
With her smooth ass talk, read.
She forced him.
She compelled him, man. She forced him and compelled him to drop them draws, pull out your spiritual wallet and spend it all. Now you're broke, destitute, full of despair, about to go into deep hell, a deep ditch, and die. Right? That's what happens, man. And let me tell you, that whore that we're talking about, that spiritual whore, that land of Babylon, she'll deal with crooked niggas with crooked teeth all day. Right? As long as you got crooked teeth, crooked fingers, crooked knees, ankles, as long as you say Jesus saves and God loves everybody, she'll ride with you. Right? You got a precept, King?
I was trying to find where they say her road is slippery.
Right? Wickedness. You got a precept? No? Okay. You got a precept? No? You know, that's just unfortunate, man. We didn't get to find out who that brother was. We told him we were hiring. He didn't even care about that. He should have said hiring for what? Well, Christ said he's about his Father's business. We're looking for other people that want to work. That want to do the works. I guess he didn't want to do the works. He wanted to talk and tell us that we were misleading young men. First of all, he ain't a young man over here. This brother right here, so he dissed you, right? And I'm not a young man either, right? And we're all being led by the Spirit and the Word. They act like this is my book. Like I wrote it, right? You don't know what the hell they're talking about. You got a precept, King? Neither one of you? What you doing over here? I'm just kidding. Right? What you got? What you got? Did you find it? You can use that. Is that the one?
Psalm chapter 73, verse 18.
Bring it out.
Surely thou didst set them in slippery places.
Right, that's what she leads you to, a slippery place, right? Like a damn banana peel, read?
Thou castest them down into destruction.
You casted them down into destruction, man. Into the chambers of death, that narrow pit for messing with religion, right? Messing with organized religion that's teaching you not the truth. See, we come out here to wake our people up and give them the truth of the Bible, God?
God.
And with that, we want to say Shalom.
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 Kwame Yasharahla.
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 God.
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 God.